bed riding was my only, like, and then when you in it, it's like you don't realize you're doing it. Like, I would spend days and days in bed, like, time would go, and it's just like, I'm thinking it's a couple hours, like, we have a couple days. Like, from Monday to Wednesday. I could not get out of bed.
Yeah.
It was disgusting. Like, I would barely answer my phone. If I
Welcome back to another episode of Keepin' It a Bean. Keepin' It a Bean is a podcast that brings together conversation, culture, commentary all over a cup of coffee, or in tonight's case, tea. If you are new here, my name is Marquise Davon. Keith, never Mark. Y'all already know what it is. Please don't be calling me that because get into it.
That's tough. Okay.
But while you're here, you can also make sure to hit that like and subscribe button here on YouTube if you are watching us. If you are going to be listening to us through audio, please make sure you subscribe, leave a 5-star rate and review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Please let me know because this is how I show up on other playlists. That's super important to me. Other than that, if you want to support me monetarily, you can do so on Patreon. That's patreon.com/marquisedavon. That's MarquiseDavon. On Patreon, you can get early drops as well. So when you see this, maybe you can see this earlier if you want to, right? You can pay as little as $2 a month, which is $24 a year. I'm much cheaper than that Netflix deal. So you should support this Black podcast right here. I am independent. I need the funds. Thank you. Okay. Other than that, I want to give a huge thank you once again to Pod Nation for also having me. It was super dope. Lair, Lino, Ish, y'all really did the thing. Thank you. I had so much fun. I like leaning into the space where I get to be a little bit more, entertainment rather than just educational all the time. So thank y'all. I also want to give a huge shout out to the King Status podcast. It was really dope to sit down and talk to you. Marcus, you were such a dope host. Thank you for speaking life into me. It really meant a lot. And so just wanted to make sure I got all my bills paid and all the particulars out of the way. Is there anything else I need to do? 3, 2, 1. Nope, it's not coming to me. So other than that, I am so excited to get into today's episode. This guest, she may or may not have threatened me to get on this show. But it's okay because I think it's going to be a super dope conversation. First things first. Let the people know who you are, and welcome to Keepin' It a Bean.
Hey. I'm Jada Nicole.
Hey, Jada Nicole. Y'all, she's not really shy like this. I don't know why she's trying to put up a whole front.
I'm super shy, actually.
I'm so shy. Oh, my God.
Sorry.
I'm going to let y'all know. We're going to have like a nice little conversation around how did we meet? What was some of our earliest interactions? Why she is a pure comedian and, a little rough around the edges off rip. She's trying to box us at first. I'll tell you all about the story about how she interacted with Amanda first day on the job. Okay.
You said me and you meeting, not me and Amanda meeting. That wasn't in the script, babe.
It's too late.
Okay.
But also, we're just going to talk around like the transition into young adulthood as well. I think a lot of the time we all assume we have to have our lives together, and sometimes we don't. I know me at 20, 21, 22, I did not know what I was doing. So I'm so excited to hear what is different happening with Gen Z. What are some things that may still be the same? And just be honest around the conversation as well. So what's going well? What are we looking forward to? So Jada, you would be the perfect person for this. But before we get into all of the episode, we're going to open it up with the Keepin' It a Bean segment. So Keepin' It a Bean is where you keep it 100. You can have a hot take no matter what. It could be about pop culture, personal life, whatever is on your spirit. What would you like to get off your chest today?
I'm gonna keep it a bean. I think bikers don't deserve rights. I've never been in a situation like walking down the street in the car or on a bus where I wanted to mow a biker down. Like, and that's real. GTA, them motorcyclists, baby, you mine. Okay, get them every time. I was on a bus today. Ooh. I swear to God, he stopped me like 2 stops earlier than I had to get off the bus. Like, that's honestly why I took so long getting here. I wasn't about to keep playing with him. Sorry. And then the bus driver, I would have took him out. Girl, yeah, they don't deserve rights. Fight me. And that's just what it is.
Honestly,
Because it's real.
It's real because they really be in the way sometimes.
Like, you're not a car.
At all.
There's a bike lane for you, and you don't even take it.
And that's really the issue right
Like,
there. Because if y'all could just use the lane, not be in people's space, and then y'all be riding slow, and then y'all be dipping and dodging in between traffic, it's inconvenient for everybody.
I'm trying to go 80 into 65. You're doing 20 at most, baby. I can't. Okay, let's not.
And she said, and that's straight like how it is.
And that's real. Sorry.
Oh no, that is so real. Oh man, honestly, what am I gonna keep it a bean about today? Because there've been a couple things that's just been very bothersome.
Mm-hmm. It's okay.
Low key, if I'm gonna keep it a bean, nah, because I was really about to talk around like this. I don't know what I want to talk about today.
Just flustered you up so bad.
No, because it was a very annoying like customer service type situation, and it was just like my order was wrong through and through, and I sat there and I kind of just looked. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it a bean. I just want some decent customer service, and it's not all customer service workers. I'm gonna be honest, but this one in particular from Uber was just straight terrible. I don't know what's into Uber drivers today, and I get it. Y'all not getting paid enough. I understand. But also, I ain't do nothing to you. Okay, I leave a generous tip. You know, I live on the 3rd floor, so I try to, work it into the system. However, for all seriousness, I ordered this meal. The dude took forever. I try to get updates.
It was Uber Eats?
Yes, it was Uber Eats.
Oh, friend, you don't use Uber Eats. You use DoorDash. That's why. But continue. I'm listening, babe.
No, I goofed. And so Uber Eats really had me annoyed. More in particular because I had ordered Taco Bell. Don't judge.
Ooh.
Not too much on me.
Taco Bell.
I know, it's a choice. Oh, you know about Taco Bell.
I know about Taco Bell. We here.
Okay. But I always do the regular thing. I order my 2 chalupa meal with a soft supreme taco, do what I got to do, and all I ask is for the sauces. And I asked for a C or a miss because I'm not trying to drink too much soda like that. I get a soft taco, no supreme. I get no sauces. And then when I said, hey, not everything's in the bag, they said, what am I supposed to do about it? I said...
What did you say?
I said, I am tired. I am hungry. I hope you have a great day. On the back end, did he get a 5-star? No. Did Taco Bell get 5 stars? No.
Ate them up.
And I did because I had to leave a rude review because I said, why would you ever say that to me?
Did you get your money back?
I got a partial refund.
So we went out like a... I'm not gonna lie.
Uber Eats cooked me.
Uber Eats...
I was really sad about
everything. It. I'm so sorry.
No, but that was a sign because I really sat there and said, Marquise, you have no business ordering out. You're a little brokey right now and you need to manage your money better. And so did I delete Uber Eats off my phone? I did, because I have no business ordering food when I have food right in my fridge that I can cook.
But will it be back on your phone? Yeah. And that's okay.
I'm trying to do better. Don't do that. You're supposed to be the good angel on the shoulder.
I'm a child. I'm supposed to feed into your impulse.
Crying. But yes, so Uber Eats cooked me. That Taco Bell, I will never order off you again. Specifically the one on Chestnut Street. Because North Broad does not give me problems. But Chestnut Street, y'all gave me the issues.
City Ave the best, especially that Pizza Hut. Ooh. $4.66 for a mini personal care. Good God! Oh my God! Hit him up, please.
You already know what it is. Ain't no ads. Y'all can sponsor us though. We love it. Taco Bell, if you do want to sponsor me though, I will absolutely speak your praises. I'm just saying. Anyways, hello Jada.
Hi Marquise.
How you doing?
I'm so good. How are you?
I'm so good. It's so good to see you.
Oh my God, I love hanging out with you.
No, truly and honestly, I am excited. So we're going to now steep into the conversation. Okay. Do you get it?
I did not, but
Now you see.
I see it now.
The tea.
It's a little
You
cute.
let it.
A little.
I tried.
Definitely tried.
I did, and I succeeded. So stop playing.
Oh,
Anyways,
okay.
On that note,
Okay.
no. So Jada, I wanted to talk.
Running.
I'm trying words. They've been kicking my ass every time. No, I wanted to talk to you today about like your transition into adulthood. But before we get there, let's definitely set the scene a little bit. How did we meet, Jada? What is your perspective on meeting us?
I'm gonna be like 100% honest with you, friend.
No, you have to be fully honest. I want people to know.
I do not remember. Like, mainly because Smash was like a big blur for me. Like, y'all were the second round at RAs. I hated y'all for it because that first round, them was my guy. Shout out Saskia, Chris.
Oh, we
forgot the other dude.
We love Saskia over here.
Oh my God. I forgot y'all names, but y'all know who y'all are. One love. Y'all was a newbie trying to take over, and I was not feeling it. I do remember disliking you and disliking Amanda. You know, what I said to y'all, that's a bunch of hearsay mumbo jumbo, and I'm not going to keep standing for it. And I feel like y'all invited me on here to try to embarrass me, and we're not going to do that. So go ahead and say your piece, but it ain't what happened, I'll tell you that much.
Very interesting. We have a special guest on. Amanda, would you like that? Tell the story about how we all met, Jada.
Do I have to come on camera?
You do, because I think the mic needs to pick up every single word.
I'm a host.
Boo. So Amanda's not going to come on screen, but when we met Jada, like she said, we were the new RAs. So Smash is a summer program that gets Black and brown kids into STEM, or at least introduces them to it, right?
I would like to also say it was mainly palm colored kids. It was like a handful of brown kids, but continue.
You're right.
No problem. Like, it was an issue, but
just know
it was more than
like that. Okay.
There.
But I remember getting there, and was this our first day? And we're getting introduced to the kids. And so at this point, how long ago was this? 5 years ago.
I don't know.
It's been 5 years.
Ew.
Huh? 2019.
Ooh, 2019 was a bad year.
Yikes. That was really 5 years ago. How old are you in 2019?
I don't know how old I am now. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my gosh.
15? Going on 16?
15 going on 16. I was a year out of college, and so this was I was 23 at the time that we. Oh my God. No, I was 24. So we met Jada when she was young.
I was a kid.
She was a child, a whole child.
Prepubescent.
Okay. But Jada gave us the work when we first, she said, woof, 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 off rip. She immediately started off. She said, we're introducing ourselves. And I think she said to Amanda, who is this talking to?
Hearsay. Nobody.
It wasn't when we were introducing ourselves. It was when we were outside and we were trying to get people in the building. And Jada was behind me.
So we were trying to get you safe into a building.
Again, I was a child and nobody can prove this but y'all two. Y'all conspiring against me, so. Oh.
It was very interesting.
Hearsay.
Hearsay.
Damn, it's only the first day.
That was probably Maya. It's only Jada. It's only the first day.
In my defense, also too, I was not happy. I didn't want to be like the It was like we were the oldest cohort, and the younger kids were burning me out. Like, you know how now it's like, like they was drawing bad. You know, like now it's like, why are all these kids out of school? Like, y'all belong at school when you like downtown or anywhere. That's how I was at like 15, 16 with these 14-year-olds. Why y'all acting a fool? I don't want to be here. It's hot. We had to like walk from one side of campus to the other side just to eat. Can I curse?
Yeah.
Bum ass food, bum ass breakfast food, them stale ass eggs that was spongy, had no flavor, nothing.
It didn't.
And you want me to sit here and like these new people? Please, I was missing Chris, and that's just what it was.
And that's really what it is. I said.
If it happened, allegedly.
Allegedly. You see how she not trying to implicate herself. No, but I thought that was like one of the funniest learning curves because y'all really were not banging with us that first day. I'm pretty sure most of the kids from Smash did not like me my first day. They was like, he got too much energy. We don't like it. No, because remember, because they were all talking, and I had to be the first one to ever raise my voice out of everybody.
Oh, I remember.
It's coming back now.
I might have definitely said that.
You remember now.
I remember thinking things. I don't remember saying them, but I love you both so much now, though.
No, and we're gonna talk about that journey.
Okay.
No, because I think that to me was my first introduction to teaching, interacting with Philly kids off rip. And I said, oh, we're going to have to work to get them to even someone like that.
Look at us now.
I know, it's stuck 5 years later to think. And some of the kids, you'll meet them on later episodes. But that to me was really funny because that summer was what got me to love education. No matter how y'all hated us off rip, y'all actually genuinely were like my first batch of kids that I genuinely claim as like, oh, I helped them. Like, and we grew together.
We did grow together.
We did, because it took a little bit. It was a couple of weeks. I think it took till week 3.
Of like that 5-week program.
Of a 5-week program.
But like when we got there, baby was in there. Like,
okay, you were stuck. Because we were living together. Quite literally. Get up in the morning, struggle in the morning.
I was not making it one time for Amanda's little group. I was the last person every day. I woke up like 5 minutes before I had to be out there and I made them wait 20. And what about it?
And who's gonna check me now? Okay.
You got the class.
No, truly and honestly, and you did. You know, it was breakfast the first thing in the morning.
Breakfast, sorry.
Anything.
I didn't want that food anyway.
I know you didn't. But I think that also just speaks to like one, oh my God, excuse me. I have manners. That was crazy. But I think this also speaks to like how students also attach to people as well. And so can you talk around like that first moment? Because you were like, no, I don't want new people. I miss Chris. I miss Saskia. But like, what was that moment where you were just like, okay, I can trust Amanda. I can trust Marquise. I can trust Casey, whoever it was at the time.
I think it was because...
We don't talk about that one. We don't remember. We don't like that one. I could have beat his ass.
Anyway,
Yep.
I think it was because, like, with y'all, I feel like y'all really wanted to interact with us. And, like, this is no shade to the previous RAs, but it felt like, especially, like, towards the end, they were there to clock in and do a job and clock back out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember... I don't know if you remember this, but like that one day we were at lunch and you were sitting with us, a bunch of little girls at our table, and like we're just questioning about your life and you're answering like every other question except for that one. And I like just busting it up, chopping it, having a good old time with this grown man, like little kids relating to this grown man. And it's just like in school, I went to mastery school. And when you went to a new grade, 9 times out of 10, you had at least 1 or 2 teachers from your previous year. So like, there wasn't much change, but when there was, they were like still in your face trying to get to know you. And I really like, well, with you and Amanda specifically, like y'all did not let up at all. I was like, y'all gonna be my friend.
Y'all gonna like this.
Y'all gonna like me. And I did. And like, I'm just super grateful. And then like, even afterwards, like when Smash was over and we're still doing online stuff, like still hearing from y'all. Never had it from nobody. And that was just real. Like,
because we went to your graduation and everything.
They did come to my graduation. I cried so hard. I was like, Marquise, you okay? The babies for this baby.
And sure was. We said it was hot that day too.
It was hot. I'm so sorry.
Got a church fan out.
But hey.
Nah, but in reality, that was probably one of the coolest things because one, it showed me what it meant to be consistent, what it meant to like invest into young people, but then also just seeing like a lot of your potential too, because like I also just want to like acknowledge the fact that y'all's group was so dope. Like especially like your particular group when you were doing your research project and everything. Can you tell them what you were actually focusing on?
I cannot tell you.
Oh my gosh.
I think that second year we had to kind of like make prototype something. I think my group, we did like a prototype scanner Something like that. But it was a lot of like AI techie stuff.
Mhm.
Great prototype. Great prototype.
Well,
Don't have it today.
do you remember the social issue? Were you the group who was solving for Black women?
I don't think so.
And what was her group? Do you remember her group?
Wasn't it medical related? But
It was medical related. It was something.
They were
I
using
really
like the
don't
X-rays
know.
to see like the pain points. Was that your group?
I want to say it was something similar to that. I don't think it was
Yeah.
that though.
Either way, I remember sitting there and like watching y'all's group, and there was so much like attention going to like everybody else, and we were just like, nah, because y'all not seeing what Jada's doing over here. And I think we used to like fight about that a lot. Is just like ensuring that all the students were getting attention, but more particularly like the Black girls in the program were also getting the attention that they needed
Yeah.
because y'all had so much potential. But I know Amanda and I used to talk about. I was like, well, I don't like how this is happening. And they'd be like, So make sure y'all also paying attention because Jada, Maya, and everybody else is doing what they need to do as well. And so I think it was like even wildly enough as I reflect back, it felt like a microcosm of like what happens to Black women in
Yeah.
STEM and Black women in tech
Mhm.
in general of like being super innovative and doing the work, but sometimes getting overlooked because somebody else is like, oh,
Yeah.
well, look at this person and look at this person. So I remember thinking around that a lot more. But I've been so happy and proud of you of like the growth that you've been doing, especially because everybody's journey is not the same. And so I remember leaving college for the first time, leaving high school for the first time, and just being like, I have no idea what comes next,
Yeah.
how I'm navigating life. I remember like when I first graduated from college, it feels like a post-college depression type situation. Like, what do I do with life? I don't know. Am I doing the right thing? Does it make sense? I got into a career that I did not like, hated my boss.
Right.
Um,
Well, I think I had the same thing, like coming out of high school.
yeah.
Especially because my high school, like they prepped us for college so much, and then I graduated during COVID, and everything like stopped, like the world literally stopped, and it was supposed to be my senior year but during COVID. That's usually like when they have us do like our SAT preps, like email colleges, do this, that, and the third, and I was by myself, and it's not that I wasn't capable, but it's just like growing up in school with these teachers like being on your ass so bad, you don't have that no more. It's like, well, yeah, what do I do? I question myself so bad. It was like, and it kind of like fucked me over like as I got older, because I ended up going to CCP. Nothing wrong with CCP at all, but it's just like I knew I could have went somewhere different because I wanted to go to Spelman for the longest. As anybody, I wanted to go to Spelman, study nursing, be a little AKA, all that.
Period.
Like that was gonna be me, but COVID and that post high school depression is just crazy. And like I'm still kind of fighting it off, but I think just refinding myself and like refinding my worth it's a really slow process. But when you get there, you there.
No,
you
truly and honestly.
But it's just climbing up that hill.
No,
it's a lot.
Are you still climbing it? You feel like?
I feel like, as far as my education, I'm really set in where I want to be. You know, and that's another thing too. I feel like there was always a timeline on stuff. It's not. It's really not. And I feel like that's what everything like in life. It's elementary school, high school, college, career, marriage, kids, retire, die. But like it's really it's really not that at all.
Yeah.
Like I came out of high school, took my little gap year, turned into a gap year and a half. Was in school for a little bit, left. Started working, got a big girl job, left that. I was job hopping like crazy. Started school again, stopped to start working and find like what I wanted to do because I was fighting with myself for so long. I wanted to be in medical field. Then I wanted to be in fashion marketing. Then I wanted to do digital marketing. Then I wanted to do PR. And now like I'm set with PR. Like that's where I'm going to be. Like you can't tell me that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
You know? And still like I know that that's where I want to be. I still just kind of struggle like with the life aspect of it. Cause like I'm only 20.
You're right.
I'm turning 21, but like I still like it's a sick mindset to have. Like, oh, I want to have kids by 23. I want to be married by 25. Have my life established by then. Move to this place, and then have a house. Like you know. But realistically, my career's gonna come first, and that's okay. To be a black woman without a man, without kids, in her mid to late 20s, without like that's perfectly fine.
It's 2024,
like,
honestly, and that Amanda's the one who told me around like get that timeline out of your head.
Yeah.
Because we are so caught up on like this is what's next. And I got into the trap of like having a timeline for everything. So like literally once I graduated college, I didn't even give myself time to like just celebrate and smell the roses right away. I had a job right out of college, went straight to work into the Goggle Works, hated it, ended up, well, not hated it all the way, but you know, there were some iffy moments. And then I went into being a full-time social media and content consultant. That's when I was just like, oh, I'm not like a task-driven person. And then I sat there, I told my mom, I was like, Mom, I've never quit a job without a plan in my life, but I'm sad. Like I am miserable at this job. But I realized in that trap of having timelines and jumping from thing to thing, I didn't smell my roses. I didn't have time to process like any of my accomplishments because now I'm just moving. And so I do think like the beauty of what you are saying is also just taking time to like process and navigate. And it's all about trial and error. You really was like, all right, I'm really set on this thing. And then you were like, actually, this thing does not work. Oh, I'm set on this thing. This thing does not work. You're 20, right? Like you have such a long time ahead. And it doesn't even matter. I'll be 29 this year. Not too much. Not too much. Because I'm in it with like a joke. And I feel like things are just finally starting to start to be put into place and a foundation in the way that I want it, right? And so that's really what it takes sometimes. I'm now in a job that allows me the flexibility and the life that I truly desire. But it took me starting at Smash and then going to the after school space, going to the classroom, and now I'm in higher ed. It's nothing's linear. And mind you, I went to school for theater and communications. I was cool for broadcasting. Like, I ain't doing none of that right now.
And that's okay.
Well, this podcast is my broadcasting video production degree. So, okay, we out here. But that's really what this is. And so, like, so many of our paths we assume is so linear. But I feel like as we continue to feed kids and young people, like, next steps. Nah. Like, and I think about my older sister, too. She turned 30 and was just like, I'm a mom, I'm a girlfriend, I'm a daughter, right? I work, I go to church. Yeah. She says, when she turned 30 a couple years ago, she was like, I don't know who Aisha is. I don't know who I am. Yeah. Because she set all these things in place, but she needed time to figure out who she was. And so I hear you a lot of the time. And so I hope, like, you even know, and I think you know, like, none of this shit is linear. It is on your own time, so and that's okay. It's sickening to think that. It's such a sick mindset that, like, you have to rid yourself of. But it's hard. Mm-hmm. It's really hard. Like, especially, like, when that's beat into you. Like, you see it on TV, your parents, especially your parents. And where are your parents from? My mom is Haitian, straight from Haiti. Whole side of the family Haitian. Supposed to be married by now. Nowhere near there. What do you think this is? She said, I came here with $1 and a drink. Like, and you said, you're going to take over. Sorry, Mom. I won't. And that's okay. Like, but. Did you have that conversation with her? But no, my mom, like, she's like really understanding. Like, I'm so grateful for her because she's always like backed me in anything I wanted to do. Like, I've quit many jobs with no job. Well, not many, but like I've done that quite a few times. Like, quit school, stop working at this one place to go work at this other place, where like the pay probably wasn't better, but the experience would have been. Like the network opportunities where I was actually temping, I want to say last year before last, and I quit out of nowhere from December to April of last year. I was jobless. My mom supported me the whole time. Wow. The whole time. I was a stay-at-home daughter, miserable, depressed. I could barely get out of bed. I like hardly went to clean my room. I was just disgusted with myself as a person. But my mom was there, and so thankful for her. She kept that phone on. Like, she said, you gonna get these job interviews. Okay. They gonna call you, gonna answer. And that's what she did. And so to this day, like, I was in school for nursing. Not anymore, Mom. Does she not know? Is this news? No. Oh. I'm also not going back for business either. I'll be there for fashion marketing though. But like, it's okay. I don't think she really cares as long as I have money to buy her stuff when she wants me to. Right. So, that's really all that matters. I'm getting a Tory Burch bag, babe. Got you. Okay, as you should. That's how I go. No, that's yo. You're chaotic for that. That's how I go. She says she don't know this, but No, but that's so dope though, because it's one, like, good for you for like choosing yourself in this moment and like not having to succumb to pressure, whether it's outside, whether it's this timeline and stuff. But can we like talk around a little bit more about that process of you being able to like come out of that like really dark place for a little bit? What was that thing that was like, all right, here's my motivation to finally get out, or like at least that aha moment where you were able to finally accept like, here's what I actually want to do?
I'm a little conceited sometimes. I want to be able to brag, you know, and just have that like, well, I was there, but very swiftly got out of that, and now I'm here. Then it was not as swift as I would have liked it to be, but when I was in it, it felt never ending. Like, cause it was, I want to say like right before Christmas too. Very hard time for me because I get like Drake during Christmas. Like I want to spoil
sad girl hours.
I'm gonna spoil everybody. Like, but I wasn't able to, and that was one. And I was always a person who was like motivated by money. Like my sisters know that too. Like, they call me the money man. That's me.
Yeah.
Like, whatever you want, I got. If you don't got it, I got it. And if I don't got it, best believe like as soon as I have it, you're gonna have it tenfold. And kind of losing that part of myself, I was like, ew, like. Like, girl, get up. Like, it was really bad. Like, it would be weeks where I wouldn't, this is real, I didn't want to shower. I didn't want to wash my face. I didn't want to brush my teeth. Like, I was just sitting there, bed rotting.
Yo, bed rotting is really a thing.
It is a thing.
And I was so shook by it. Like, I was listening to it on a podcast. Shout out to the Friend Zone. But they were talking about, like, bed rotting. And everybody's like talking around it on TikTok and stuff. But I'm like, as I'm hearing you talk, like, there's almost, have you unpacked why you were like bed rotting in that moment? Was like, I felt like a stripped of identity that was happening?
Yeah. I didn't know who I was because I didn't have a job. And at the time too, like jobs aren't hiring. They weren't hiring at the time either. I had nothing to do it for. Cause like I didn't work because I like working. I work because I want money.
Yeah.
I work to have money in my back pocket, to save up for this or to go here with my friends. Like, and I didn't have that. So without money coming in, who am I? Like, I have my sisters, I have my mom, I got my stepdad, I have my friends, and I love them all like more than I love myself.
Right.
But without the money, it's just like, girl, like, who are you?
Can you provide? In
and
the same
like,
way?
I can't do nothing for because my little sister, like, that's like my kid. If she needed something, Jada, can I have? Girl, duh. Like, you really don't have to ask. I couldn't do nothing for you. And I paid both our phone bills. I couldn't pay our phone bill. Who are you? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Why are you not capable of doing this? Like, what can you do? Basically, that's just where I was. So, bed rotting was my only, like, and then when you in it, it's like you don't realize you're doing it. Like, I would spend days and days in bed. Like, time would go, and it's just like, I'm thinking it's a couple hours. Like, we have a couple days. Like, from Monday to Wednesday. I could not get out of bed.
Yeah.
It was disgusting. Like, I would barely answer my phone. If I would answer the phone, it would 9 times out of 10 Maya calling me. And, like, love Maya down. It's just, like, hard for me, like, to express myself sometimes, you know? I call her, be on the phone for, like, a good 2-3 hours. I would fake get up. Like, I'd go in the bathroom. Like, I'd go downstairs for, like, however long we were on the phone. As soon as we hang up, right back in bed.
So you almost put on a performance for her a little bit just to get through.
And, like, I don't do that anymore, thank God for it. But, like, I do find myself sometimes when I'm going through, like, these depressive episodes, like, I'll do the same thing. Like, I can't talk about it. I'm going to be in bed.
Yeah.
Like, if we was on the phone, right off, I'm crying. Crying my eyes out, cry myself to sleep, wake up with a nasty headache.
Yeah.
Do it again. I couldn't watch TV. I didn't want to be on my phone. I would just sit there and stare.
Wow.
It was terrible.
No, and thank you for sharing that, because it's like when you get into those moments, is it just like forcing yourself to get up and really just like give yourself a routine all over again, or like have to talk to yourself through it in order to like create like a sense of normalcy again?
It was like, I think it really was Maya and my little sister who kind of got me out of there because she would not let up. Like, but it's not that she knew what was going on, because if she knew, she would be in my house every day.
Right.
Like, girl, you're going to get up. You're going to clean yourself. Stop being stinky. Like, no. But because she's such a present person, and she's my most high maintenance friend.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I gotta text her all the time. If I'm not texting her, she's calling me. If
Okay,
I'm not
I love,
texting her
I
back,
love
she's gonna keep
Maya.
texting
Y'all are
me.
wonderful.
And like with her, like I have to keep up with her. She's my only high maintenance friend, so it's like I don't gotta do this to nobody else but you. So I know if nobody else gonna do it to me, you're gonna do it. So like if I'm doing it for anybody, it's gonna be her.
Yeah.
And it's just like I felt disgusting putting on the front because I know like if you knew, you probably slapped me silly.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like my little sister too, because we're in the house together all that time. You can't think that that's okay for me to be doing that, because when it does happen to you, like when you're hitting your lows, you're gonna think like, okay, well she did it, I can do it too.
Right.
I don't want that for you, because if I saw my little sister doing that, girl, get up.
Mm-hmm.
We're not doing that.
Right.
Like it's okay to be sad, but I want you to take care of yourself and be sad.
Right.
And I wasn't doing it. It's just disgusting, like looking back at it, but like it is what it is. Like it happened, I'm out of it, thank God. But I don't know.
No, that's so real. Thank you for sharing that, because that is, I don't know if I've ever heard it articulated like that. Because like to me, I was like, bed rotting was such like a new concept to me. I was just like, what is bed rotting? Like I've never heard of this before. But like the way you're expressing it, I'm learning like so many students, so many younger people, this is how they're able to just kind of exist in this world. So it's not necessarily like unaliving oneself, but it is very much so like, here's how I'm just existing. I am just a vessel.
And
here's
barely
where
existing.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I'm so happy you were able to get out of it. And I'm so happy you were able to like have Maya and your little sister be able to like really talk you through that, because it is tough. And like having to, I think once you get into that space, and it's something I just learned within these last couple of months of like having to reframe and renegotiate my relationship to so many things, especially like my purpose. There were so many points in times where I was just like, I need to keep doing this thing, but it's no longer serving me. But I know it served other people, but that's not who I am anymore. And so having to figure out like why I love to do things all over again. There's a little bit where I was like podcasting, but I was so sad doing it. I was just like, oh, I'm just doing this because it's just habitual, right? And so I had to like sit down and just like, what is not making me happy? This thing that I used to do used to make me so happy. But mind you, it's like so many things are changing, happening within the course of the last few months. And so I had to sit there and was just like, okay, well, who am I now? Am I okay with expressing this to people? When I express it to people, are they going to look at me differently, or are they going to be willing to adjust? But I had realized for so long, I was not allowing people to show up for me in the way that I needed, because I didn't want them to know that I changed. I didn't want them to think I was changed. I didn't think something was wrong with me. And so I had to start like just figuring out like, okay, when I say this is who Marquise is now, are they still willing to show up for me? And then I just had to give them permission to do so, right? Like,
you have to give them the space, opportunity to do that, but you're not providing it for them. So it's like you're gonna keep doing yourself this disservice.
Truly,
baby, you're gonna be stuck here.
When I tell you, Amanda will tell you that first heartbreak. I said, "Ooh, girl, I am down bad." I was crying every day, very confused. But like, my mom, she goes, "Oh, you're still in bed? Get up. I'm 20 minutes out." I said, because I called my mom right away. I said, "Mom, I'm heartbroken. I can't stop crying. I don't know what to do." And Mama Bear got right into action. But that was the first time I ever allowed myself to be emotionally vulnerable with my mom like that. Yeah. Of just like, normally I wait until after everything's done and I got it all figured out. And then I'll tell you. Exactly.
Catch you up a little bit.
Let me catch you up just a little bit. But that's the time where I had to allow everybody to be present. Like Amanda was making jokes as much as she could. Shout out to Amanda. Because she said, "Fuck that nigga anyway." I said, "You right." Thanks. But it was also just like remembering my worth over and over again. And that's something Amanda even reminded me about last week, which is like, you did not lose your worth. You just renegotiated it and you always had it and you were able to get yourself out of it. And so like, shout out to Amanda, though she be trying to two-piece me and really my biggest hater. She really my biggest angel right here on my right shoulder. We love you. No, but in reality, I love you. Thank you, friend.
Thank you, friend.
Look, she really got me out of dark spaces. Dang. And now living on my own, I'm just like, Amanda handled all this stuff. No, so I hear you, and as I hear you talk around that, I really relate to this idea of having to figure out, like, what is my purpose again?
Mm-hmm.
Who am I now? And
Mhm.
what do I want that's going to honor me as much as possible? And
Yeah.
that stuff is scary because you're just like, this person, even I'm unfamiliar with.
Yeah, like I lived with you for so long, like, and you're gone. I gotta figure that out. What you mean, grow up?
Excuse
Hello.
me.
Ew.
Oh, I don't want it.
I don't want it.
I don't want it. I don't want it.
You can keep it. Thank you, though.
Keep it over there for yourself.
Thank you. But no, yeah, bed riding, shit. But I think it was always a thing. We just didn't have a name for it.
Yeah.
And like when you really, and that's the thing too. Like people are always so quick. Oh, it's my off day. I'm just gonna bed ride. Baby, you don't know bed riding, so you
Rotted.
And when you in there, ew. Like,
So even like seeing it as a trend on like TikTok and stuff, you're just like
it's funny for like the video or like for the skit, but realistically, it's like one of those things where you don't really want to play with it, you know. But I'm like, I'm not sensitive to it. I'm not a sensitive girl,
Right.
but like it's not something that you want for yourself.
Yeah.
Like everybody wanted to have ADHD or like ADD or anxiety because like it was the new thing at the moment. But like when you really living with that every day, like it's shit.
Mm-hmm.
You can't function. You don't really know how to go outside without feeling like everybody's out to get you or like without feeling like you're gonna have a panic attack in the middle of Costco. Like
Yeah.
it's not the new hot thing on the block. I
Yo,
promise you.
And I tell you, like, those are things that I'd never like to joke around. Like, I don't like, even for me, I try to be like careful. And like, it wasn't until I went back to therapy where my therapist was just like, Marquise, you're experiencing extreme amount of grief.
Yeah.
You're experiencing like a bout of depression. And that is okay. But like, I'm like, no, like, I know people who deal with depression.
Mhm.
I know people who deal with anxiety. And that's not something I've ever like had, or at least it wasn't a prolonged thing. And so like in that moment, having to admit from like August till probably like December 16th is a
Not
day
the
where
exact
things.
date.
Oh no, I know that.
Okay.
August 5th to December 16th
Ooh.
it was a struggle.
Ooh.
I'll tell you, I was crying every day.
Mm.
But he was just like, you're dealing with lots of grief, like change of home, heartbreak, new relationship with your own father.
Ooh.
And now you're you're now entering a new job. And in that moment, I was also financially
lot.
unstable. I was just like, okay, everything's shaking over
All right,
here.
guys.
Slow it down
Take
here.
it back a little
okay,
bit.
just a little bit, please.
Please.
But he was like, it is okay to like experience this stuff.
Yeah.
But it's also just words where I'm just like, I don't use those words
Yeah.
lightly because I remember when I had my very first panic attack and I was just like, that probably was like the longest. It felt like 10 minutes. It was probably 2.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just like, I can't breathe.
Yeah.
I said, I need a quiet space to be in. And it was like a fight that broke out at the school I was working at, but it was just like a lot of commotion at one time. And I was just like, I've never gotten this like heightened before.
Mhm.
Cause I break up fights and I'm just like, oh, this felt different. And I don't know what it was, but I remember I sat there, everybody's like, are you okay, Mr. Marquise or Mr. Richards? Da, 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 da. I said, I just need a moment. I took that ass to the bathroom. I locked that door. And when I tell you, I cried and just had to catch my breath. I don't know. Did I text you? Yeah,
She said, yeah,
I
you
texted
did.
Amanda.
Sure did.
I'm just like, I don't know what to do at all. And I'm sitting there just like,
Eh.
and Amanda's like, what did you tell me, to count out of order? I forget what she told me to do.
Count to 10.
Count to 10. It was
Down from 10.
count down from 10 is what it was. Yes.
With each number, identify something around you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so as I counted down for 10, I had to like look around.
Oh.
No, Amanda is good.
She won that.
Okay.
Okay.
But it was real. And so like I know the work that it takes to get to the other side of it. And like even when you get to the other side of it, what that time and process looks like, because now you're grieving a person that you used to be and having to reintroduce yourself to so many new people. And so talk about where you want to be at now. Like outside of the bed riding, what does Jada want moving forward?
I feel like I'm getting there slowly but surely.
Mhm.
I don't want to be as social as like people around me are, but I want to be comfortable socializing by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like, and this is back to Maya, like when we're together, it kind of switches. Like one of us is more extroverted that day or more introverted. I want to be the person who's like known to be like, oh, hey girl,
Yeah.
how are you?
Come on
How you like the conversationalist, you know?
Come on.
And it's like, I'm so awkward, but I want to get there. You know, I want to be more comfortable and talking to people and talking to new people and starting up these new conversations. So like now, the internship that I currently have, baby, I can't be awkward. I can't. Like, I gotta send these emails and be on these Zoom calls, and it's just like, yeah, I have to hold a conversation.
And girl, if you want to be in
confident.
PR, you definitely gonna have to talk to people.
Hi, how are you? Hey, how you doing today? Like, I gotta get comfortable with that. I'm not there yet, but the confidence is definitely the confidence is there. The conversation isn't.
Yeah.
But like, slowly but surely, and then I think switching jobs too helps a lot. Because like I meet all these new people, different walks of life, and it's just like, well, what you do in your free time? Tell me about your life.
Yeah.
How you do? You golf? I like golfing. Like, that's all it is at Top Golf. You golf? I like to golf.
Yeah.
How often do you golf? Like, you know? But I think aside from that, I just kind of want to, and then with relationships too, I just let that go. I don't care to be in a relationship, and that's okay for me to not want to be in a relationship. Period. I'm lying. I do want to be in a relationship, but it's okay for me to not. Like, yeah, like I want it, but
I'm not seeking it out.
Yeah, I'm not at all. And then just getting closer with God.
Yeah.
And that's really it. Like, I'm trying to go back to church physically. I'd be like my little Zooms and the little YouTube lives. Sarah Jakes.
Yeah, oh, period. She's great. I just listened to her on a podcast. She's really dope.
Her she really is.
Yeah.
Back to my Bible, read my Bible study. If anybody want to do Bible study, please. I need an accountability partner, please.
Amanda's your girl, not me. That's so fascinating. It's funny, like, hearing you talk, because I said, damn, you really are Amanda's mentee.
I definitely just ordered read the Bible here.
Oh, my God. I think I know what you're talking about. I have that. I got it a year ago, but.
Okay.
It's going to get done this year.
Yes.
And that's what it matters.
Wait, I love that so much. And so, no, thank you for sharing, like, what you're, like, looking forward to. I can definitely get you connected with some people in the PR space as well. Like, if that ain't nothing but a word, we can talk after this. Ain't nothing but a word. But in reality, like, thank you for sharing your story, because I think it normalizes so much more for so many people. And there's so much where I'm just like, wow. You're going to be blossoming right into like an unstoppable woman that you are going to be. I'm so happy for you. Shout out to you, and shout out to Maya for grounding you, your little sister. Like, you really have like such a great village of women around you as well. Okay. Love them down.
Love them down.
And so that's it for today's conversation. I am so happy to just share the space. I said, ooh, now I'm getting a little emotional over here. I said, wow. But in reality, like, this was super insightful for me. I got to sit down and just like learn more about your story and get caught up with you as well. And so, you know, we're here if you ever need anything. You kind of stuck with us. We got to get a real bad. Okay, stop playing.
Real bad.
Okay, real bad. Thank you. But in seriousness, when you turn 21, we'll make sure to take you out. Have a good old time.
Friend, okay.
We go.
I see you. What's up? What's up? When the camera's okay.
Real quick. All right. And so, Jada, would you like the people to know where they can follow you?
Jada Nicole, I'll be at Instagram. That's them. Not give you nothing else.
Okay, period. And then you can also follow me across all the social media, TikTok, Twitter, Threads, Instagram, YouTube, at Marquise Davon. That's MarquiseDavon. If you want to hear more of me as well, you can listen to Heavy is the Crown, which is a Bel Air recap podcast that I do with Skip from BK. And if you want to come see me in person, Due Diligence will also be coming back in full force within the next month or two. So be on the lookout for those dates as well. That's hosted by myself and Val Moore, also with Cody with the creative behind the scenes as well. And so I really appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in for another episode. Do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel and leave a 5-star rating and review on wherever you're listening, whichever DSP, whether that's Apple Podcasts or Spotify. I appreciate y'all. I will see y'all next week.
Bye.
Peace. Wow, you ate that, friend.
I ate that. Ate that right up.
Anyways, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Why did y'all also clap? What's wrong with you?